Well, we were asked a question, are we going to have the same family in paradise? I mean, my own wife, my children, I don't know, my brother-in-law, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, among thousands of other relatives that you love, your uncle, your aunt, grandpa, grandma, maybe in paradise. Let's see. Dear brothers, there are two types of bonds: carnal bonds, spiritual bonds. All believers are brothers. What does that mean? That bond is the brotherhood of the flesh. For example, you are of African descent. I am Chinese. One is Persian, another is African. Right. Each of us has a different race, different faces. One is Venezuelan, Colombian, Cuban. But when we embrace Islam and we have faith truly in our hearts, we will be brothers. But that brother is not a blood brother. He is a spiritual brother. But your dad and your mom have given birth to you and Juancito and Maria and I don't know who. And by chance, let's suppose your brother Juancito is an atheist. And let's suppose your sister Maria is a lesbian. God forbid. We will overcome a family like that. Does what you have, the blood bond with these people, will they be together? It doesn't make sense. The Prophet Noah had a sinful son, whom the Holy Quran speaks of, saying he was one of the sinners. When the Prophet Noah intercedes for that sinful son, save my sinful son, God says, he is not your family. That is my biological son. God says, that is not your family. It is a work of sin. It is not yours. Do not ask for salvation for that sinner. What does it mean? Once again, we return to the question, who will we be together with in paradise? We have said there are spiritual bonds. There are carnal bonds. All carnal bonds end on earth. That is to say, with that body, it will come to an end. One has an unbelieving father, has an evil wife, everything comes to an end. But you have spiritual bonds of the heart with a person. It may be that you have no blood ties, but he is your little friend at heart. You love him. When there is this love for him, on the day of judgment, you will be with that person. If that person is in hell, because of the love you have for that person, you will follow him to hell. If that person you love with all your heart, for example, you say, I love the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of God be upon him and his blessed family, then God will gather you with him in paradise. Do you see? So, if I'm not mistaken, Imam, he says, if you love a stone, on the day of judgment, God will gather you with that stone. But well, the stone that will not come is like a symbolic, metaphorical example for you to understand. It means anyone with whom you have that closeness of the heart, that spiritual closeness, can be that person, whether it is your wife, your child, or someone who is not related by blood, but is very, very close to you in heart and spirit. Like us, you from one part of the world, I am from a farther part of the earth, but we have hearts that beat for Imam Hussein. That is why God will gather us together. And there I come to another question. Sexuality is of the body. For example, the body I have now is that of a male. The body you have is female or male. Sexuality belongs to that body that will remain on this earth, in the material world. Your spirit has no sexuality. That if you do not have the spirit of a male or the spirit of a female, no, the spirit is the spirit. You have no sexuality. So when you go past, your spirit has no sexuality. It's not that you say, I am a man of paradise. No, I am a woman of paradise. No. We will all be believers of paradise. Man and woman are the same in paradise. It does not have that sexuality. Oh my God, when there is no sex, then why am I going to paradise? I was looking for women of paradise. No, wait, brother. The format of enjoying intimacy, whatever you want to call it, is totally different. On earth, there is an intimate relationship that involves two genital members, female and male. In a special state of excitement, you reach orgasm, and you call that sexual intimacy. That does not exist beyond totally, because those are special characteristics of the body. That ends here on earth. So in paradise, there is none of this. No. So what is there in paradise? There is another form, dear brother. It is something much softer. How is it done? God knows I don't. What I can affirm and confirm with certainty, because someone asked me about it, is that God speaks of companions in paradise. So it says, if these companions are women, then the man in paradise will have many wives. So, how many husbands will the woman have? That is all because you have a limited mind within the earthly bodily sexuality of the material world. In the beyond, none of that exists. Yes, there is intimacy. It is not intimacy for procreating children. No. It is not intimacy between two genital members where one penetrates the other. No. Leave this, brother, that is for the earth. What happens in the beyond? Let me give you an example so you can understand. Now, how do you consume food? Yes, through the mouth, right. Through the mouth, yes. You can also consume in an artificial way through the vein, right? An IV, they put an IV on you. Yes, that can also be a form of nourishment, which also breaks the fast. If you are going to put in a nutritional IV that breaks the fast, it's like you are eating food. Well, it's through the mouth. Ready? How do you enjoy food? Through the mouth. Do you understand me? You eat, and then it goes through the stomach and everything in the end, intestines, and it will be poop. That's it, right? Let's see. You, before you were born, how did you consume your nourishment? Your nourishment was pure blood from your mother, and you didn't receive it through your mouth, but through your belly button. If we are now going to talk about the world of the fetus receives food through the belly button. It's not through the stomach that it poops. Do you understand me? It receives blood through the belly button and makes waste from the blood. And everything also comes through the belly button. So there is that nourishment. You talk to a fetus and say, look, fetus, you come to earth, and from there you get food, and it says, I'm going to eat through the belly button. It says, no, it's another way of eating, so it doesn't matter. Yes, it does matter, it's much better. It's eating through the mouth. But the fetus says, oh, how do you eat through the mouth? I don't understand. That is the entire material world. So, when I talk to you, in paradise, there is no limitation in sex, nor is there a limitation in what you call genitals. No, it is something much more delicious, much beyond. Let's say your sexuality is now limited to what you have as genitals. That's why once, twice, 3 times sex ends. Well, yeah. It seems that we are also going to finish that part. Well, God bless you. Salam alaikum.